Do you think starting an aviation business is easy? We're going to talk about it in the hangar. Welcome to In the Hangar. I'm Christy Wong. Today's episode is brought to you by our awesome sponsors, Colton Mortgage and Flying Eyes Optics. With us today, we've got some really great guests that are going to talk about starting an aviation business, which in its own mind, it sounds easy, but we're going to talk today about why it's not that easy. So Tony, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Then Kevin and Mariah Sellers.
Hello.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you. All right, you guys. Well, let's just roll right into it, okay? Talk to me a little bit about yourself, Tony.
Well, kind of had the entrepreneur spirit most of my life. I've run other businesses and owned other companies in a whole different segment of the industry.
Not aviation.
Not aviation.
Okay, so why aviation?
Hey, 3 years ago, my son got me hooked on piloting. And
this is what
I'm
happens.
I'm a newbie.
This is what happens, you guys. The first hit is free, and then you're a goner.
It's in, yeah,
Okay.
all in. So 10 weeks into my training, I purchased my own plane.
What kind of airplane?
I purchased a 1956 Cessna straight tail 182.
Oh, beautiful.
It's
okay.
absolutely immaculate. And I wanted to keep it that way. So
Okay.
that's kind of why I decided to start Spy Aviation Products.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, I want to introduce Kevin and Mariah. So tell me a little bit about yourselves. What's your 30-second elevator spiel?
So I've been in aviation for 18 years now, I guess.
What do you do?
Mechanic, planning supervisor with Southwest.
Okay, so you're an EMP.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So what possessed you to, because you're a pilot now, right?
Pilot now.
What possessed you?
Airplane ownership. The need for, I guess, something local to be able to get airplane supplies. And
Oh, that possessed you into the business, but what possessed you into becoming a pilot?
I always wanted to be a pilot, but the mechanic side was kind of to pay the bills and afford the piloting side of it. So,
Okay, that's fair. Mariah, what about you? Because you are also a pilot.
Yeah, so Kevin graduated from college, and he always said that he would become a pilot after he graduated from college. That was his gift to himself. So we went to the flight school, and who opened the door was a female flight instructor, and that just blew my mind. And that was the beginning of my aviation.
Yeah, girls can fly too.
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah. So, okay, great. So now we're going to roll into why an aviation business and exactly what your business is about. So talk to me about your business.
So again, I purchased a plane 10 weeks into my training. It was absolutely immaculate. I asked all of my aviation buddies, hey, tell me what the best products out there are. I want to keep this plane clean. Right?
Wow, you went hard.
And of course, you ask 100 people, you got 100 different opinions on what products. Some was very costly, and they didn't work real well. And I said, I had to purchase so many different things from so many different companies. So I said, there's got to be a better solution. So I got a good friend that always says, see a need, fill a need. So I said, well, it's time to figure out what we can do for this aviation community. And that's how Spy Aviation Products was developed. We have a full line of products from top to bottom.
Okay, so your products are focused on maintaining and cleaning.
And detailing.
Cleaning and detailing the airplane. Okay, so let's talk just a little bit about how you got that started, because I'm intrigued now. You went into a very specific niche basically and said, cleaning airplanes, I want to do that.
I don't want to clean the plane, but I do want it to make it easy. Okay. And again, a one-stop shop opportunity. So Kevin and I've talked about this quite often. There was so many different products out there. Mm-hmm. You have to buy from so many different people. Why can't there just be one company that provides you pretty much what you need?
Right.
And that was the solution. So
right. So, but going back to it though, so you came up with this idea and you said, okay, I want to do these cleaning products. Okay, but I mean, now you've got to actually formulate the cleaning products. You've got to bottle them, label them, and then be able to ship them or sell them somehow.
Got it.
So tell me a little bit about that process.
Absolutely. Well, I was very fortunate. My son-in-law owns a company that provides product to the automotive industry.
Okay.
And he has a custom label product, and we went to the manufacturer and talked to them about specific products for the aviation community, because we know that what we need for our planes is a lot different than what the automotive industry needs. We don't need abrasiveness. We don't need, anything that'll damage, the aluminum or the acrylic or whatever. So we provided all the specifications and all of the guidelines of what perfect product would be. And they came back with us, and we did a soft launch in 2021. And through everybody that used the product, we used the community to tell us, was it good, was it bad, what could be changed. Now, we went through a couple of different modifications there, getting it to where we did. But it's been overwhelmingly accepted in our community.
Yeah, so I have to be fully transparent. I actually learned about you because I was one of the early buyers of your product, because I'm always looking for ways to keep the One Warrior clean.
Yep.
And I saw the product and I thought, okay, this is, like you said, kind of a one-stop shop for all these different things. And I bought it. It sat on my shelf for a few weeks. And then one day, Kevin and I went out, and he was like, you know what, I want to try this. Because there was some grease on the bottom of the airplane.
Right.
Belly grease, normal airplane stuff,
Yep.
right? He went underneath there and we were both blown away at the ease of use and just how well the product worked. I mean, we intended to just start a little bit and wound up going really hard with the products. So I can attest that it was really, really good. But I want to know just a little bit more about the process. And so because it's not like I had an idea and I went and did it. I mean, you have to, so the labels even, like you have to design a logo
Absolutely.
for your brand and everything.
Yeah, well, again, being a newbie to aviation, I kind of wanted to gear it toward that. And that's why we call what we sell in the kit the pattern kit. So you've
cute.
got the crosswind, you've got the base, you've got the downwind, and you got
Who
the
came
final.
up with that?
Actually, I did.
Okay.
On a whim. I can't give that credit to anybody else, so it's all on me. But I wanted something that would, the aviation community would recognize.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
You call it the pattern kit. They look at it, and then again with the names, and each product has a specific, ability to do something uniquely for your airplane.
Okay, very good. Awesome. Okay, well, I want to talk to you guys now, because you guys kind of went broad spectrum. You guys went full, you guys opened a pilot shop, basically. But it didn't start off as a pilot shop, right? So how did Victory Aviation Supply start?
It started because, so we own our own airplane at Denton. And for us to get supplies, it was a hassle to get supplies. There was always a long drive to go somewhere. And I kind of came up with the idea and pitched it to Mariah. I was like, hey, I'm tired of having to drive, 2 or 3 hours to get stuff that I need to do an oil change or spark plugs or whatever.
So what did you say when he first came to you and said,
I don't know. We're going to have to agree to disagree, because I think I pitched it, but it's fine. We're just going to go along with it. But no, it was in the conversation as of, okay, we're working on the airplane, we need things, and it's so much to drive somewhere to go get something. Or as a student pilot, as I was a student pilot too, and he was too, just trying to think through what do we need to get for ourselves to study, and oh wait, this place has it, but I don't want to drive this much or this long. So that idea, walking or talking through, this is what we need for the airplane, or this is what we need to fly. Why isn't there a pilot shop in Denton?
It was too, like, if we need something, other people need something
Yeah,
too.
so we kept
So-
asking ourselves this question: why is there not a pilot shop in Denton? And we just 2 days later we would ask the same thing, until one day it just became a question to ourselves: why don't we open a pilot shop in Denton?
yeah, why not open a pilot shop? So okay, do you regret that decision, or has it been fairly seamless, or was it?
I wouldn't say seamless. There's definitely some hiccups along the way, trying to find vendors or suppliers to be competitive with some of the bigger sporties or some of the other big people, Aero Performance. But it's definitely been extremely rewarding for us. And I think even with us, we get new student pilots that come in that don't know what they're looking for. And being able to help them, or we have CFIs who are actually just hanging out in the shop, being able to kind of help them and guide them as well. So it's been extremely rewarding from that aspect as well.
And you guys didn't just like full on, let's open a pilot shop. You guys kind of started off small. You were like, okay, well, we want to start supplying the local pilot community, the local pilot group with the essentials, oils, oil filter. Because I remember when you guys at first started, it was like, hey, I'm going to start becoming like a distributor, basically, for, you know, oil and whatnot. And I was like, hey, I need oil. And what I think set you guys apart was you started doing deliveries to people. Like you would start doing deliveries all over town for people that needed oil and filters in bulk. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, so actually a year ago today, or a few days ago, we started doing just the oil sales around the Metroplex. And it quickly kind of took off to the point where I came home one day and I said, hey, Mariah, I just bought a forklift. And she said, you bought a forklift?
You bought what?
She said, you bought a forklift? I said, yeah, we sold drums of oil now. She said, oh, we do. And I said, well, today we do. So it quickly took off. And after probably 3 or 4 months, we said, well, oil's doing great. Like, what else can we help with? And it was really starting to find the pilot side of things. And so we were able to start getting headsets and dealerships for that. And then we kind of started looking for, okay, we've got a good base, got a good support now. Is there somewhere we can actually open a storefront?
Right.
And so it all kind of fell into our lap, and just kind of worked out from there.
And you guys are based at Denton.
Yes.
So DTO, the local area.
We wanted to serve the community, and we wanted to be available by flying in. That was important to us.
Yeah, so there was... Oh.
We have our airplane, and we are always looking for places to go fly to. So we also wanted to become a spot that someone could fly in and just hang out or buy things. But they don't have to buy things; they can just hang out.
Right. Now, you guys actually met. Tell me about how you guys met, because you actually sell your products in their pilot shop now.
That's correct. Their aviation shop is an authorized dealer for the spa product. When Kevin and Mariah was opening up their shop, I sent him a personal message on Facebook. You know, that's the way to go these days, right?
Hey, social media, it's everything.
And they were so busy, he even said, man, I'm sorry, I haven't got time right now. We're opening up this new shop. I said, yeah, that's why I'm trying to get in touch with you. Got something you need. But we connected a little bit later, and then we really kind of put everything in play at the most recent AOPA event that was held in Fort Worth at Alliance. So they came by the booth, and, you know, we just kind of went through the process, and the next week made delivery, and I think they're on their 3rd order of product at this time. So it's been good.
That's incredible.
Great relationship, yeah.
Yeah, and a little transparency. At the time, I knew it was kind of a new product line. I kind of blew them off a little bit. Sorry, Tony.
That's cool.
But we were reconnected at the AOPA thing in Alliance, and Tony came up and kind of demoed his product for us. And I fell in love with it and started buying it, clean my own airplane with it. And so it was, as soon as I used it, I knew we had to put it on the shelves and sell it. So
Yeah, absolutely. So now I have to ask you guys, how did you come up with the name for your product?
Oh, no, I don't even remember that, to be honest with you. You know, spa, that's like washing, cleaning, okay.
Well, I'm thinking of like the warrior getting a manicure or something.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that
Manicure aviation? No, not happening. My son-in-law, who owns a company, actually has automotive products.
Right.
And that product line is sweet patina. So I said sweet patina, which everybody thinks of, you know, old vehicles and rusty vehicles and all of that. Well, I said we can't call it that because we don't want our plane to look like that, right?
Right.
So spa came out of Sweet Patina, who is my son-in-law, who has a very successful business, which helped me introduce me to the people at the manufacturer to where we could develop the product to meet the aviation community needs.
Okay. And how did you guys come up with Victory Aviation?
So we wanted to honor our daughter or our family some way. So we first thought, okay, sellers, something.
You do
sellers.
sell things.
Yes, we do sell things.
That actually works out
And
very
it is
well.
our last name, but it just wasn't sounding right. But when we said, what if we name it after Victoria, which is our daughter, and name it Victory Aviation Supplies. So it's not like it's an obvious out of her name, but it's in that line that we know it represents her, and that's what we did. And interestingly, randomly, the day that we got all of our permits to actually have the first full-on opening at the store in the pilot shop was her birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
Our
yeah.
first day open was July 20th last year, so which was her birthday, so it worked out.
That is
And we
So
were-
perfect.
you know,
Very serendipitous.
yes, very much so.
And she didn't even actually realize it. And we closed the store. We were driving home. I said, "Hey, you realize today is Victoria's birthday as well, and today was our first day." And it just
Like
kinda
we knew
hit
it was
her.
her birthday, it just hadn't clicked. We had the full day busy, just hadn't clicked, and then it clicked, and it's like, yeah, this is where it was meant to happen. So.
Yeah. Okay, so that's beautiful.
double celebration.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so you've opened up your aviation business, but now you have to sustain your business. Okay, so let's talk about what do you do to really foster your relationships within the aviation community and then sustain it? Like, are you selling your products now countrywide? Are you still fairly local?
The biggest market share definitely is in the DFW market. And of course, we've got authorized dealers that are supporting that product, which enhances the opportunity. But we sell our products throughout the country. I've got people from New York to Indiana to Wyoming, Florida, that see it. If you tell your friends about it, they've got to try it, right?
Right.
So then after that little domino effect starts happening, they come back and say, hey, I need. So again, the DFW being our number one market continues to grow. We did a soft launch in 2021. We had 60 of these pattern kits that we got out to our friends in the aviation community. All of the feedback came back in, and then we kind of went at a hard launch this year through setting up our dealers toward the end of last year, and then really doing some promotions and marketing and those type things. And we continue to grow.
Okay, and you actually brought some of your products with
We
you.
did.
Is this the pattern kit?
This is the pattern kit.
I'm just morbidly curious. I want to know what comes in the pattern.
So, in no certain order, okay, we have the base degreaser. This is what you use.
That's
okay?
what I used.
This,
Oh.
everybody says that this is honestly one of the best products that we could possibly have.
I can actually confirm I used it. I was a paying customer. So.
Magic in a bottle.
Crosswind all-purpose. This is basically after you fly, you come in and you just spray the leading edges and the
Okay,
cowling.
so it's like wing cleaner, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it gets all of the bug guts and grime and grit and everything.
Whatever
off.
else I picked up out there.
And of course, we don't fly as often as we wish. So if we get hangar dust over a couple of weeks, we just go in and spray and wipe. Every
Short
bit of it
final.
is
Short
spray,
final.
spray and final.
I love
short
it.
Final there.
So cute.
And then, of course, this is one of our best sellers as well, which is the downwind windshield cleaner. It's
love
good
it.
for glass, acrylic, plastic, anything that an aviator is looking out of, this works. And
Okay.
it will not tarnish and it will not cause any conflict whatsoever. So
Awesome.
that's our kit.
Okay, and just in case anybody's curious about purchasing this, how much is this kit?
This kit sells for $49.99.
Okay, that's
retail.
actually not
Yeah,
bad.
Yep.
I mean,
you buy it individually, it's going to be pushing close to $60 to $65.
is it FAA certified? Just kidding. Okay.
It comes with the spray nozzles and microfibers and in the kit. And like I said, you can pick it up at Victory Aviation.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and for you guys, how are you fostering, basically, how are you staying in business? We talked about opening it. How are you staying in business?
I'll take it. I think social media is helpful to bring new people, but for us, it's been more of developing the customer base that we currently have, and just when they come in, having that experience and just empowering students and building the connections that they need at the store. Like they come in and they are really surprised that we can recommend other people that they can talk to depending on the struggles that they're going through or the fears that they have. And if it's not a student, if it's just like an experienced aviator, I'm picking their brain and they're helping me. But besides that, just developing the relationships with the entire community, and that's what we're here for. Many of our customers are our friends, and if they're not our friends, they're becoming our friends.
So you're developing repeat customers. I like it.
Yeah, so many people have our phone number and they'll they may not even come into the store. They'll just text us like, hey, I need this. I actually just got a message a minute ago before we came on. Somebody looking for something. So a lot of times they just text us what they're looking for. We get it. They come pick it up, and that's it.
And what I love about you guys is if you don't have it, you can find it, or you'll get it. And then if you find that other people are looking for that thing, you'll just start ordering it and stocking it in the store, which is amazing.
Yeah, and that was a huge help for us to be transparent to our customers and say, hey, we just opened the store. It may look a little empty at first, but as you walk through, let me know what is it that you're looking for. Let me know what you need, and we'll order it for you, and we'll for sure have it for you in a few days. Or if you can't wait, we'll have it for you next time. And people are very welcoming to that idea and knowing that, hey, yeah, this is what I was looking for. Let's get it ordered. And that's how we've been able to grow our inventory. And that is still true today. So if anyone walks in and wants something, please feel free to speak up. We want to make sure that we have what you need so that we can serve you.
What were some of the struggles in starting your business?
Permits.
Okay.
City permits.
So business permits, but also the airport location permits.
I think just trying to find people to partner with. Obviously, there's Sporties and some of the other big name folks. So it's really trying to find distributors or dealers that would be willing to work with you. Trying to go directly to some of these manufacturers, you just get shot down.
Right. I mean, you guys actually are authorized dealers for a couple of the big name aviation headsets.
Yeah.
And that's not easy.
No, so David Clark, Lightspeed, Flying Eyes, Spa, and there's others as well that we were able to kind of pick up along the way. And as we get more traction, I guess, we've had people actually reach out to us and say, hey, we want to partner with you guys.
Yeah.
And total shock and awesome for us and for everybody else as well, because it gives us more inventory or more items that we can kind of provide as well.
Right, it builds your credibility as well, which then leads to being able to have more products, and it's just, that's wonderful for you guys.
We get so excited. We're like, okay, now we can offer this to the community. Like, we can get this so that other people can have it. We just get excited to be able to have it available for other people.
Yeah, absolutely. What were some of the struggles for you?
Well, I've owned my own businesses in the past, so I kind of knew what some of those challenges would be. But I think the biggest thing was, how do you market a new product to the aviation community, and you really don't even know what this community is about because you're a newbie to the whole game, right? So that was my biggest challenge, and just reaching out to people that were already in it, people that were already accustomed to talking to others, and again, the social media content absolutely blew up, once we put it out there. And then the testimonials, that's, I can't say enough about that. We've just got some great clients like you guys were talking about, repeat clients because of that reason. But, running a small business as an entrepreneur is, a challenge. And, you got the licensing and you've got the taxes and you've got all the other things that goes into it. But at the end of the day, it's your passion, it's your calling, and you just got to give it all you got.
Is there anything you would have done differently?
I would have became a private pilot earlier in life.
Okay.
Probably would have started this product much sooner.
Gotcha. What about you guys? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
I don't know. I think we're just getting to our first year mark now, so I think we'll see how the next year kind of goes and kind of look back and see where maybe we might have some missteps or whatnot. So
We're pretty happy though.
yeah, we're pretty happy right now. The community's been really welcoming and has really helped us out a lot. We've been really engaging. So it's exceeded our expectations for sure.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on and talking with us about this.
It's a pleasure.
It's certainly an interesting topic. We will make sure to put links in the description below so that if anybody wants to reach out to you guys, they have your contact information. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I mean, we could not do this without you. Please like, subscribe, share. That's how we push this content out to the masses. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time in the hangar.